All right, cool stuff. Um, we are, this is volume number two, we'll go with on the Titan and Mona road with Transcend on next steps, what we're doing and what we're seeing. One thing that I know that I noticed and I'm loving is that a lot of people are doing the first thing is getting their blood work done. And that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Get the blood work done. Let's find out, is everything good? Is it not good? And then the next step is their recommendations and then what you're wanting to do. And so those are a lot of conversations I've had. And I just looked over a recommendation for one of my one on one clients. And so I'm looking that over. And then I just had a nice little half an hour, I guess you would say, uh, study course. Yeah, that's what it is. A study course of asking an expert at the most pinnacle level questions, um, and just so many things are becoming enlightened to me as we continue to do this. And Jeffrey did a weekend of studying as well, and he brought in more information for us. And it's so cool now. Today was like the first day that it happened. I looked at blood work, the panels, and I could articulate and understand it now instead of just going, I don't know what this means, this number, this number. And so it's cool to me that I'm understanding this. If you do this, this is what's going on here. Or if this number comes back this way, this is what it's meaning to you. How can you fix it? How can you get better? And then at the end of the day, okay, if something's off, cool, let's fix that. How much better will you feel? And then on top of it, then where can you go from there? And so this is really, really cool. And again, I don't know, this just wasn't around 30, 40 years ago when I started this journey. But I'm glad it is now. And I'm glad I'm intelligent enough um, and at a place in my life to where I can do this. And I can also reach out to the greatest the world has to ask questions on this stuff. So it's again, it's kind of a tenfold win-win. And I'm sitting here thinking, and we were just talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, me and the team, and we were talking about what he has to do and how he has to drive his ship. And let's not argue about this over here. Let's do this. Let's celebrate that. Let's not worry about that. And at the end of the day, keep your ship moving forward in the right way, the best way you can for you. And that's how I kind of feel for us right now. It's like, this is really cool. This came at a right time. Um, for I don't know what reason except staying in the path that my acting and movie career is taken off to the level that it has, and it's just a real good time for me to go. Okay, hey, how can I sustain and keep the healthy skin? How can I keep the look and the body and keep moving and grooving the way I do, so I can continue to get some fun roles that I want to play right now, um, as that big superhero looking kind of guy, because that would be awesome to do. It'd be awesome to do. And I keep looking back, and I just watched a Clint Eastwood clip, and I don't know what movie it was, but he got out of the truck and he kind of talked smack to three kids, but he was frail. Gran Torino, is that? Yeah, it was Gran Torino. Now, hey, listen to this. I freaking love Clint Eastwood beyond, and I love who he is as a person and how he is outside of movies. But I absolutely idolize him. And if you guys want to say that's bad, that's fine. I idolize him as an actor. The way he could just stand there, and I'm just sitting there going, he's not saying nothing, and I want to be that guy. So don't take this out of any disrespect. It just seemed that no matter how good of an actor he was at that moment, for me, it wasn't believable. I guess you would say it wasn't. It was like, I don't want to be that. I still want. I'm gonna get there, and I know I'm gonna be that frail old man at one point. And when I get there, I'll be there and stuff. And hopefully, I have the acting chops to where I first saw that, and I loved it. To where I'm sitting there going, I want like Tom Cruise. we watched Tom Cruise in Maverick, and I don't know if you feel the same, Jeff, but when I watched Tom Cruise, there was never a moment that I looked at him and I go, dude, that guy's in his 60s. I was like, this guy's running rings around 20-year-olds. He did so well in that movie, and he was with like these 20 and 30-year-olds, and he held his own. And for me, at the stage I'm at right now, I'd like to do that. I'd like to be able to, pop off the shirt and stay with the young whippersnappers and continue to do these. Now, uh, you know, possibly to get into a martial arts type of movie and do the best of the best, kind of a movie and be the big beastie guy the guy has to fight, or be the lead. So, with that being said, I know that's off on a thing, but that's kind of, I think the blood work has to support your body, or your numbers the best it can, and then us to continue to live the way we want to live. And I know that all of us here um are going to push this off onto you guys to go. Life is about staying as youthful as long as you possibly can, moving as best you possibly can, and staying in the game. We're all going to get old. It's going to happen. Let's hold it off as long as possible in the sense. Or I saw something the other day and it was cool. We all get older. It doesn't mean we have to age, or it was reversing that. We all age, but it doesn't mean we have to be old. I guess that's what it was. And it's the terminology of, you put me with photos of guys that were 45 back in the 70s, and you just go, wow, that's just two different worlds. And that's kind of what I want for all of you guys out there, and especially you youngsters. Imagine how much we know about food and how to lift correctly and how to sleep correctly and take your supplementation correctly and how it can help you. You imagine how much more we're going to know in 20 or 30 years? Just think, I mean, Titan's going to make no mistakes that I made from the age of born till he's 15. He's not going to make any mistakes because I still got somewhat control over him. And so imagine if I was already this tall monster and 275 by 15, what's the possibilities that he will be just ginormously strong, athletic, and be able to do whatever he wants by the time he's 15 years old? That would be the goal, as me as being a father and trying to teach him as much as I can, if that's what he wants. So that's outside the thing. If he doesn't want to do that and wants to play piano, I'm cool with that. I always love the piano. Let me see if any questions here real quick. Okay. Thank you. Is there a question with this or just that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the donation.
Mike, I'm 22. Really want to get to the gym, but I have a problem being motivated. Any advice for young guys?
Yeah. You're young once. My mom said you are young for such a short period of time, and then you are old for the rest of it. Yeah. And you are young and at this stage. And Jeffrey did a TikTok the other day. We went live in a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't believe how excited I was when this kid said, "Hey, I'm 14 and I love lifting and I'm eating right and training right." And I'm sitting there going, 14. His mental approach at 14 is he is set. He's got he's got doesn't have to work right now. He's 14 years old, lives with his mom and dad. They're feeding him. He's training. I'm like, his future is going to be so bright because he's already made that decision in his mind. And at 22, I know that it seems like you don't have motivation and you think that motivation is going to come from somebody like Mr. Universe or something, say something to you that's going to spark something in you. It's not. It's going to come from you. Everybody here, if you're looking for motivation, it's not going to come from me. It's going to come from you going, holy shit, I got one life. What am I doing wasting this day? And it really is going to happen to you, and it's going to hit you in the face like a freaking sucker punch. And you're going to go, no more of this sitting on the couch, no more of this watching whatever this show is. No more of this is not being motivated. You're going to grab onto it and go, if I do these basic things, it's going to start an avalanche of success. And so that's it has to come from you, kiddo. All I know is that 22, if I waited till I was 22, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't, because 22, you're just starting to get, you have to jump on it. And tomorrow's your day. Tonight, you grab your book, you start making notes, you start making, hey, this is what I got, this is what I don't have, this is what I need to work on. You get your list together. And I forgot somebody called it something today, and I thought it was a good decision list. And then tomorrow you start crossing that stuff off and you start busting that stuff out and you just start making it happen. And if one of those things is I need to be motivated this morning, then write down what you get motivated off of. Is it the workout? Is it the results from it? Is it the possibility that at 22 you can set yourself up to win? Start writing those things down. And here's the cool thing: at some point, even if you fail today on writing things down that don't trigger you, write them down tomorrow. Write them down the next day. And at some point, something's going to trigger you, and you're going to go, "Holy sheesh, this is it! I got it. I don't need Mike to get me psyched up. I'm psyched up." So that's it. Thank you, brother.
Any new film projects?
Yes, yes. We are, I think, 19 days away, if I am correct. I am 19 days away from starting my next project. Um, and we will be filming it. Just a heads up, I will be in a couple different parts in Tennessee filming this. So I will give you guys more details as it gets closer and closer of the locations and stuff. So I will be training while I am filming this project. So if you guys are in that area, let me know, and we'll get some training in, all that kind of stuff. And I've been to Tennessee a few times. I've guest posed out there, so it's a very kind place to travel to and be around. I like the that southern mentality. Thanks for the question, though. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the motivation help.
Oh, good, man. Good. You're 22, man. It's a beautiful age. It's a beautiful age, but it's a beautiful age to realize your dreams. Um, Makes sense to you? Yeah, I mean, it's just like, yeah. Jeff Jeff also is one of these guys that moved from his um, state that he was born at to kind of go out and live his dreams somewhere else. And so anytime like that, the big move, I don't know if I ever told you guys this. My training partners and me back in Washington set a date of June 21st. We were all driving to California and start our bodybuilding careers and movie careers. That's what we were going to do. And when that date arrived, and we set it out like almost, it was like a year from the time we had the talk. Hey, let's save up money. We'll get out there. We'll all share a place. We'll get a place and we're going to make it happen. We're going to live in Venice, California. We're going to train at the Mecca. We're going to go on auditions and we're going to become superstars. The date came a year later, still training together. All of them bailed. All of them bailed. And I did, and I have through the years talked to those same guys years later, to all of them. And it's interesting to hear that all of them said within a couple of years, I'm coming down. And then that coming down or moving turned to something else at like 10 years. And then I just talked to one of them the other day, and it's been, you know, over 35 years I've been down here. Gosh, geez. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got a kid.
Oh, it's
And then your life's over.
married twice, has two kids from two different ladies, does insurance, hates his job, drinks. Sounds like it. Sounds like it. But yeah, it's like that's a huge jump. And it's funny because all it is a move. That's all it is a move. And it's freaking hard for people to do that one move. Go for it. We got another
Taco
donation.
Man's PCs. Hey Mike, I joined the Titan crew. Love the meal plans and the workouts. I have a technical question. Why is it that when I press with my hands open, I feel like it hits the chest more?
Oh yeah, it's
Like that?
uh so that would be kind of like what they do we do when we're doing like isolation, right? Your cables, and you open your hands and you're just focused on that chest, and you're trying to let everything else relax. So it's just that one spot holding. When you curl, Charles through the years has had me crank my wrist back and just cup it. And so I'm dragging the bar sitting like this, and I'm dragging it up for the bicep. Those things are great, and you do feel like that. But remember, those things are great when you're getting ready for a show or you're dieting down to get ready for a photo shoot, or at that stage. I don't recommend training like that all the time, because at the end of the day, which I love that my blood work shows me this, that the poundage, the poundage on your body, which is going to cause stress to the body of that larger amount of weights that you're moving, is going to pay dividends in the long run. And it's going to get those nerves firing in a different way, and it's going to fire up your body. And that's the stuff I'm finding out that I don't think the average Joe or doctor is going to look at and go, well, why are your blood works great here? And why are you doing this, but you're dieting like this? Because that shouldn't happen. Or you shouldn't be strong. You shouldn't do this. And all those things are like, well, there's some things that we are doing that is different than most. And those things have over time been able to help me do what I do today. And so enjoy that moment, enjoy those isolation times when you relax the hands, you relax everything, and you're tuned to just that one muscle working. But go back to grabbing onto it and feeling it through the whole body so you can add another 100 pounds. Because I'll guarantee when you do the palms open or those relaxed motions, it's never that gritty, heavy weight. So that's the only two things. Enjoy it, do it, but also go back to the main, grabbing a hold of the bar. You ever notice that when you do that? You know, you can cup it on back and you're like
Right.
thumbs over compared to
Yeah,
grabbing the
those.
whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great question, though, guys. Wow. Second level today. Thank you.
I think I like to do that stuff too, but I also like those meaty arms.
Yeah. Jeff says he's liking to do that too. The hands open, the hands hooked, the thumbs removed. Those are all fun at times. And you can do those. You can definitely do that. Simple question is, you're shutting down the concentration of grabbing a hold and just focusing on the muscle that's pushing the weight. I can't read that. Who's that? Romania? That might be. We'll come back to you when Mona's here. Transcend. Get ready. The shirts go live today, possibly.
Notice on a lot of your workout videos, you go really deep behind your head with overhead presses. I've been doing this, slowly adding weight as I get stronger, and I've noticed a couple of my injuries actually healing. Because of this, I found all kinds of ways to put myself in awkward positions and try to get stronger. I love it.
Everybody read that one. Take a second, read what he just said. And so I love that. You're opening up those pathways again. You're opening up those pathways that you may have closed down or lost just because you're not getting into those kind of ranges of motion in the daily life. When you're at work, sitting on the desk, typing away or something, that just doesn't do it. Something that our training program switched this week, right? We're all doing that Titan Challenge 4. But one of the things that I had to do is, for me, I had to switch over to behind the neck, standing behind the neck press. Now that's different than seated behind the neck press, because now you have to straighten that body and put it in a position to where you can still get the bar behind your head. When I sit, I put my ass out so it's easier in a range of motion. I can get it back there easier and push more weight. I loved doing it standing, because I instantly felt a difference. Like, ooh, ooh, that kind of was awkward, and I want to be able to do it comfortably. So I fully understand why you're doing this, and that I'm glad you are doing this, where most people will go and see something and go, ain't doing that. Uh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's one of those things that I guess I talk about it more now, but that the focus from the start was the long game. The long game was always the focus. Okay, so this is great. We are slowly talking about this, but we're trying to learn more as we do this, because I don't want to be the guy over here telling you guys all about peptides when I am at ground zero still, fully understanding the possibilities that these things do. And then also the other side, Mo, you okay? All right. Um, yeah. So as we continue to learn, I will have more discussions on this. And then what we will also do is, in the meantime, I'm going to be trying to reach out um, to get some experts on the field of peptides. I am back, guys. Sorry. Let's see what else we got here. Jeffrey, what do you got? I'm jumping back up to the top. Something. I appreciate the kindness, guys. Justin, hello, hello. What's going on, guys?
Whoa,
What's happening? What's it?
weird one.
Go for it.
But I could see it. I could see it happening. Mike, how do I handle family members shaming me for working out and trying to improve myself?
Wow.
It's wild, but I bet that shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
Surrounded by a bunch of people that don't want your progress, maybe to point out their failures.
So that's just basic psych, I think. Psychology is that uh, your initial crew around you, especially if you haven't done something like that, they like the normal. They like the, hey, I'm going to have a beer. I'll have a beer with you. Will you have a beer too? I'm going to eat pizza. Will you eat pizza with me? And when any of that kind of gets a hiccup and changing, hey, I'm going to have pizza. No, thanks. I'm doing this program. I'm going to stay on a diet. You're leveling up a little bit, right? In a sense. And so, hey, I'm not going to drink. I'm going to go 3 months not drinking. I'm changing to get better. That's the individual changing to get better. And from what I understand, the brain works as the individuals around you want to keep you at their level, so they don't have to feel like they have to climb and get better as well. Most people like to stay at that safe position. I'm good. I'm good going to work, coming home, having a beer, relaxing on the couch, and living my life that way. So it is a tough thing to get out of it. For me, I would say try not to talk about it a lot. Try to do it in a very subdued way, and in time, hopefully, they'll be in turning around and going, "Hey, man, I'm proud of you. I see that you're changing. I see that you're doing this stuff." That's the ultimate goal. Because besides that, there's nothing you can do, I think, to help your family recognize this. You telling them, "Hey, I want to better myself." They'll see that in time. I think that's the best thing you can do. But I would say this: if anything, anybody here that has a significant other or family members or friends that don't want you to do that or get healthy or eat right or take care of yourself in that sense, it's a tough thing to be around. I would get away from that kind of stuff the best I can. I know relationships, and I have friends that are in a relationship to where the girl does not want the guy to train, because if he's training, he's getting better looking, he's getting a better body, and then sooner or later he's going to dump the girl, she feels, because he looks better. So get away from him. Get your stuff going. Jeffrey, go. That was a good one though. I appreciate you being open like that. Here's one. Yes, we will be working out with Craig here in a couple weeks, and we'll probably go out to Vegas because there's too many people we have, and we are going to be teaming up with Stan Efferden, who I think can explain articulately and basic enough to where he can explain blood work panels and what he does. And he's one of these guys that I freaking love, that he will come back after a discussion. Hey, this is high or this is low. Hey, eat this, this, and this. If you caught me, I said, eat this, this, and this. He will not, that I've seen, instantly go from, if this is what's wrong with your blood work, go take care of this medicine and you'll be fine. He goes to food first, which I freaking love. James, thank you for the little Titan's birthday. James, I think the stage that we're at with the Titan crew and doing the blood work and the blood panels is so beneficial for you, especially, and your family.
Ask Mike why he posts pics with fake weights and then he banned me. Buddy, he got banned for being a fucking idiot. It's as simple as that. Watch this.
One more time, Jeffrey. What?
I said, you got banned for being a fucking idiot. It's just dumb shit to say. I don't want that bullshit in the chat.
Yeah, guys, being funny and stuff like that is cool and stuff, but you got to remember, I don't know you, some of you. And so when you say something like that, I just figure that you're a troll. Because the fake weights thing isn't a thing. Nobody does that. Nobody I know does that. That's just not something. So I'm just going to assume that you're a kid. You're just here to cause some havoc and stuff. So we're just going to block you.
I just don't get the fake weight thing.
I don't get the fake weights thing because you see 100 posts and every photo of me in my history.
Well, the thing I don't get about it though is because nobody says that. So
Yeah, it's you wouldn't say that on my page.
so when there's one fly on the wall, I'll just fucking swat.
Oh, that's a good point. It's a good point. Yeah. If you're still here, is he still here or do we block him?
Fuck.
Okay. I was gonna say, tell me if he was joking because I was just curious if he was actually just joking, being a smart aleck, which is a little JK at the bottom of that.
Banned him too.
I'll get rid of yeah. Bobo is out.
Banned him.
Thank you. This is a good one here.
The good videos of Paul, the best videos are when the least amount of weight is being lifted, soaking up all the knowledge.
We'll enjoy those with the least amount of weight right now because he's getting stronger and the rehab is going so well. He won't be moving light weights for too long.
Here we go. Octoman. Here's another question. When do you know the workout is over? Do you have a predetermined schedule or it depends on how you feel? And if it's how you feel, what's the feeling you're looking for?
Okay. Yeah, in a simple world, here's here's the thing though. I'm a thinking good English. I'm a thinking that you are not dieting in a like your 6 months off season and then your 3 months slicing up. I'm assuming that you're not doing that because of the question. Because during that stage, when you're slicing up, I don't care that you're tired. You finish the workout anyways. And then when you're off season, you pace yourself well enough to where you get the whole program that I've written out for you done. Do you have to take a little longer? Sure. But the point at the end of the 12 weeks of training is that you want the volume to be at a higher level, right? That's the game plan, is if you can get more volume with the same weight or more weight at the end of the 12 weeks, then you did a process of gaining size and strength and connective tissue and you got better. So I would make sure that the plan is set up that you understand there's a certain amount of stuff that you have to get in and get done. Because it really isn't as simple as you're saying, hey, can I just go in and this day I wasn't feeling good and you got a couple workouts in? Sure. But here's the problem with the mind. The mind's the weakest thing we have. And if you're just going to go into the gym and go, hey, this pump feels good enough. I am tired. That's probably enough for me to do today and I can move on. Compared to other days, it's Monday morning, you slept all weekend, you had higher calories, you feel like you could train 3 hours and you go in and do train for 3 hours. There's no rhyme or reason with what you're doing because you're just going off the emotion of how you feel and your body feels for that day. Put the plan together, stay the best you can for that plan over those weeks that you're doing it. I would recommend relative to just going off of the basic feel on things. Good question, though. I appreciate it. And I think most people would answer that the basic way is like, yeah, you feel like you went in, you got a good workout in, and you feel good enough. That's it. It's not really. Oh, here we go. Go for it.
20-year-olds are now weak mentally and physically compared to when Mike
I thought I said something else.
was 20.
All right, let's finish this up, guys. Again, uh, they got a great actor, man. One of my favorite guys from Banshee is Homelander on the show, and I think he does a great job. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure he was already in his 80s because I think Clint is now closing in on.
Gotta be like 94. He's
How
92.
old is Clint Eastwood?
Clint
Nice,
Eastwood is 92
92.
years.
When was Gran Torino filmed with Clint Eastwood?
2008.
Here's what I found from Wikipedia.
So you talk 15 years ago. So yeah, it was late 70s. Yeah, yeah, late 70s. Still doing it. And at the time, I bought that when he got out of the car. But I just love Clint. Might have not been the best analogy because I don't want to talk bad about him. But you know what I mean? It's like because if Chuck Norris got out, even at how old Chuck Norris is, I'm still like,
Chuck Norris is what? 80? He's got to be like
how old is
almost
Chuck
90.
Norris?
Chuck Norris is
82.
82.
So he got out of the truck. If he got out of the truck today, I would still go, oh, he could probably take these three without even fighting them. Uh, Thanks, Billy. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the game plan this week is we're going over. We're going to talk to Dr. Richards, and Richards is a cardiologist, a specialty a cardiologist, heart surgeon, and we're going to be going over some incredible stuff with him about cholesterol. Okay, and it's not just uh, what how it's explained to me. I love how they explain it to me. But it's okay. You're not in any trouble when you have high cholesterol when you're young, but it's about the 20 years down the road and those numbers adding up over time. So there's a lot to go over when it comes to cholesterol, and I want to do that and make sure that everybody's hearts are running well and doing what they need to do. Also, Jeffrey's done some studying on this, but it's gonna be great to really pick and choose some great questions from you guys. I would like you guys on this post here, any kind of questions you have about cholesterol. If it runs in the family, if you have it, ask questions like, how can I get my numbers down? What can I eat? How can I, is cardiovascular something I need to do? because you're gonna be funny when you see Dr. Richards. Dr. Richards is 70, and he is jacked. He is a jacked heart surgeon. So it's cool. Old school football player, big boy, my size, and yeah. So we'll be going over questions with him about. We'll just stay on the one focus right now of cholesterol and getting those numbers down to be healthier, both mentally and physically. How's that, guys? If you haven't gone over to Transcend to get your blood work done, get it done. Also, let me know in the Titan crew if you got your recommendations on what they want you to do, and if you want to talk to me about it. Jeffrey, do we have an email for them to? We'll do that on check-ins. Again, if you have blood works on the next check-in here in March, also send along a check-in, and it could be just a check-in about your blood work. All right, let's plan on that.
Like, can I work out with you one day?
Yes, you can. I would love that.
Every time I do a physical, they say I have high cholesterol.
Okay. Yeah, we got to figure that. You gonna block that guy?
And this guy too.
These two knuckleheads. I want to after promotion channel.
That's fucking bot.
Oh, is it a bot? Wow.
Yeah, that's Twitch. That's Twitch for you.
Wow. So they're botting our lives. That's impressive.
Yeah.
AI, man.
Does donating blood lower cholesterol and blood pressure? Have you heard about red rice yeast as a way to lower cholesterol?
Yes, we have heard of that. I think we actually ordered some of that. So yeah, no, that was one of the big ones. That's one of the big ones. Who told us that? Dr. T?
Dr. T. Dr. T.
All right. Yep. Uh, great job, Sean.
Nice.
Good job, man. Great job, Sean. I'm still down at the beginning. Anything you see? Are we good? Guys, any last minute questions you could ask? I am here. Uh, this is a better question for you guys. We have a lot of people that are contacting us to collaborate with us. Which is unfortunately we don't have all the time to collab with everybody. But who are some people that you would like me to collab with? Let me know that.
Everything I do physical, I made the doctor says. Every time I do physical, doctor says I have high.
That's interesting. And did Steve has he ever recommended things to do, or are they putting you on any kind of statins or anything like that to lower your cholesterol?
Cholesterol's 87 and I'm over 50.
Nice, nice. If you don't know, like below 100 is good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of what you're saying here. And Mike, where's your option of I don't understand what he's saying. Go for that.
Hey, Mike, what is your opinion on a fully protein diet? Just only eating protein.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think that you should only eat a protein diet. All right, we're gonna leave it there, guys.
Robbie again. They want some Robbie.
Yeah, I got to get him time. We already have Robbie. We just got to get time for him to edit him and Paul.
Photo shoots, podcasts,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I'll tell you this too, though. It's Robbie takes me instantly back to being 15 and being around those legends when I was that age. And just the attitude of Robbie. If you guys never met Robbie or been around Robbie, he's that old school. I don't know if it's old school. It's right school mentality for the gym. If you're there, that's the attitude you want. I remember last week, was the last week of the week before, somebody was talking to us, and Robbie just kind of over to Jeff. It's like, dude, you gonna freaking keep talking or you gonna lift? It's like, get out of here. It was so good.
I want to see Bobby. I want to see Jay. I want Nick Walker.
Nick will get.
Eddie Hall.
That'd be great.
Tom Brady.
Oof.
Bobo, get out of here. Stallone. Bill Grant.
Oh, wait a minute, Bill Grant.
They don't know about Bill Grant.
Yeah. Let me message Bill right now and see if that is.
That'd be an awesome one.
Man, you went old school on that.
He's great shit.
Bill Grant. Tighten in. Here we go. Hey, Bill. Mike O'Hearn here. So I got some requests from the Titan fans around the world. Want to see a sit down with you and me or a training or anything like that when you have time. Hit me back. You always look great as always. Um, and I'll talk to you soon, Mike O'Hearn. All right. There we go. Bill Grant. Let's try that because he's somebody that had a sick, pleasing physique. And I just found out something about how these guys competed and how they took, and I'll save this for next time, how those guys, I won't say Bill Grant, I won't say he did this way. The bodybuilders in the era, which I just found out in this study, would go off the steroids they were on prior to shows. And I'm curious to see if you guys could figure out why that would be. Um, but when I was explained to me and stuff, it was like, wow. And I cannot wait to ask Robbie these questions and Frank Zane these questions. Is that true? When they were getting ready for a show, a couple weeks out before the show, they would get off everything. And so you will be surprised on why they did, but it also explains why they looked the way they did and why they still are more appealing to a lot of us than the guys today. It's crazy. That we're saving till the next YouTube. We will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.